Hey, what's up guys? I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be sharing with you George Lucas's original plan for the sequel trilogy of Star Wars. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the story and overall plot, and then I'm going to explain why this didn't happen. Why we didn't get this instead of what we got from Disney, and then finally I'll compare it and give you my thoughts on the changes that were made and everything. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin with the story. So this would have mainly involved Leia. She would be the main character. So it would have been the father in the first one with Anakin, and then with the OG it would have been the son, and then the daughter and Leia. And that was George Lucas's plan for who would get the spotlight in each of the trilogies. So yeah, Leia would be trying to rebuild the Republic. So it's a lot harder than running a rebellion to organize the galaxy, and so that's a problem. And then Luke is also doing some rebuilding, but he is rebuilding the Jedi Order on Octu, just like we've been seeing in The Mandalorian. So yeah. And then let's see. The Empire, since they are dismantled, there's a remnant now. There's no First Order, but they have set up their own colony on a planet, and they are using that as a hub for their own rebellion. So now they kind of switched places with the former rebels. So yeah, and then with this huge power vacuum, because the Empire can't take it up, the New Republic is having a hard time doing that. So who's gonna step in? None other than Darth Maul. Yes, and I know what you might be thinking. He died in Rebels, or if you haven't seen that, well, there you go. But yeah, so this is unfortunately no longer possible, also with Leia and Luke. Yeah, in this universe, they were all still alive. And then, so Darth Maul, of course, he had a huge criminal empire that he set up in the Clone Wars, and we saw that he was leading the Crimson Dawn in Solo as well. He also had the Pike Syndicate, I believe, and I think, was it called the Black Suns? Yeah, so he was really powerful, and now in this trilogy we would have seen him use all that power to take control of the galaxy, and so now he would be serving kind of as a Palpatine, a much more young, well, I don't even know if you could say that, but he's dangerous. And then, of course, he's the master, so who's the apprentice? Well, that is a new character that they're going to bring in, and that is Darth Talon. I believe she is canon, but I think she takes, her adventures are in a different time period. Anyways, so she's like the new Darth Vader. So that's cool. I think she may have 2 lightsabers, so that would be interesting. Yeah, just to see her as as Maul's enforcer instead of the Emperor's. So there's quite a few threats that the heroes would have to deal with. But by the end, of course, these debts would be dealt with, and then that would lead to the full reconstruction of the Jedi Order. And so Luke would have overseen it and become the Grand Master, and then Leia would have rebuilt the Republic, and she would have become the Supreme Chancellor, although a much less evil Supreme Chancellor. So yeah, that would work out. And then also it would be revealed that she was the chosen one all along. It was never Anakin. He was just supposed to be the father of the chosen one. So that would be a huge reveal, and that would blow me away, honestly, if I saw that in the theaters. But yeah, so that would be really cool, just to see the full Skywalker saga, because we had Anakin Skywalker, we had Luke Skywalker, we would have Leia Skywalker, but instead we had Rey Palpatine, which they call her a Skywalker at the end, but I don't really believe that. Anyways, so, why this didn't happen? Okay, so George Lucas, in 2012 when he sold it, he was 69. So, and it takes about 10 years to make a trilogy. That's what he said. So, it would have been 2022 and he would have been 79 by the end of that. And also he had recently had a daughter, or had one on the way, so he wanted to raise his daughter and go into retirement. And that is perfectly great, because he deserves it after all of the joy he's brought to audiences and the excitement. And Disney was supposed to honor their deal with him, because he didn't want to be there, because he didn't want to end up micromanaging stuff, even if he had a new director, because he did that with The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. But Disney was supposed to continue his vision, but they just did not do that, and that makes me mad. And because I think giving a criminal empire would have been so much cooler than just like another galactic empire, because in the prequels we kind of have we have separatists who want to leave, so we got a rebel threat, and then in the and it's like a much more full-on war, because both sides are heavily armed, and then we got rebels versus an empire. So it's like, that's cool, because it's a strong rebellion, but it's a much larger empire that they're going up against. And then now we have we would have had a republic trying to overcome criminals and prove themselves. That would have been, I think, would fully complete the cycle, and would also bring us something new that we haven't seen before. Like, that was what I thought was so great about the prequels, because they brought something new to the table. But yeah, we are kind of getting this, though, in the new shows. Like, I know some other channels have pointed this out, but like, Boba Fett's now becoming a criminal lord, kind of. He's working for good, but yeah, he's kind of taken Maul's place. And then, of course, you can see what Luke was doing, because he, with no Jedi left, he had to train like little kids to become Jedi, and now he's training like Grogu, which he's not young, but you know, he's small. He's young for his species. But yeah, I just think that this would have been so great. Also to see other characters, like especially like Maul as a minor character in like one movie, or I guess two movies. But one movie when this was being worked on, and then he's in a show. But just to see him take up a great mantle, and then to see Luke and Leia carry on their work into something bigger, I just think that would have been just awesome to see. Anyways, enough of me rambling. Tell me what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Also, I am planning on doing rewrites for the sequel trilogy that would be very inspired by this plan. And also, if you want to see the full story, go read Star Wars Archives, episodes 1 to 3, 1999 to 2005, and yeah, that's where most of this information came from. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.